सौभाग्य आज
We are extremely fortunate that today
अश्विन मास शुक्ल पक्ष
Ashwin Mas Shukla Paksh,
पूर्णिमा की पावन तिथि है
and today is the full moon day, and it's really pious
हम
day.
वैष्णवों के लिए
For
चार
Vaishnavas,
रात्रि जगने
4
के लिए
nights
कही गई है।
are appropriate to be
वैसे
awake
रात को
whole night,
जगना नहीं चाहिए,
although we should not be
गीता में
awake
कृष्ण
during the
कहते हैं,
nights.
या निशा सर्वभूतानाम।
It is mentioned in Bhagvat
रामायण
Gita
में
by Lord
कृष्ण
Shri
कहते
Krishna,
हैं कि रात को
and
जगने वाले
in
निशाचर
Ramayan,
माने
Goswami
जाते
ji
हैं।
says
निशाचर
that
माने
people who
आसुरी वृत्ति।
keep awake are of demonic
तो
quality.
रात्रि को जगना ठीक नहीं होता।
So it's not appropriate for us to be awake at
हम
night,
वैष्णव के लिए
but
चार रात्रि जगने के लिए कही गई है।
we are
चार रात को जगना
told to stay awake
शुद्ध
on
होता
4
है।
nights and is considered as
कारण
unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord.
365
The reason
दिन में
being, out of the
चार ऐसी
365
रात्रि
days,
है
there are
जिस
4
रात को
nights
स्वयं भगवान भी नहीं सोते हैं।
that even the Lord doesn't sleep
जब
on
हमारा
these
बाप
nights.
नहीं सोता हो,
So
हमारा
when
ईश्वर,
our
हमारा
Father
प्रिय जब
or
न सोता
our
हो तो हम कैसे
Lord,
सो
our
सकते हैं?
beloved doesn't sleep, then how can we sleep?
तो चार वर्ष में चार ऐसी रात्रि है
So throughout the year,
स्वयं
there are 4
भगवान भी
nights
नहीं सोते।
where the Lord even does not
एक
sleep.
रात्रि
The first is
जन्माष्टमी की रात्रि,
the night of Janwashtami,
जिस दिन भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जन्म
when
होता है।
the Lord Shri
श्रीमद्
Krishna
भागवत
manifested
आदि ग्रंथों
on
में भी
this
हम
earth,
सुनते पढ़ते हैं।
and we have read in Shrimad Bhagavatam
मथुरा के
and
कारागार
other
में,
scriptures as
कंस
well
के
that
कारागार में
in the prison of Mathura
रात को 12 बजे कृष्ण का
at
जन्म
midnight,
हुआ।
12 o'clock, Krishna
जन्म से ही कृष्ण ने
manifested,
प्रवचन किया।
and he, from his
प्रवचन
birth,
ऐसे ही सुनाया,
started
हमारे जैसे
preaching.
थोड़ी थे श्रोता कि
The
हाँ
listeners were
साल
not
में
like us,
2 साल के बाद जीवन में उतारेंगे।
that we
कृष्ण
will
ने
imbibe
वसुदेव को
after 2
प्रवचन
years.
सुनाया, तुरंत अप्लाई कर दिया।
And he told
वसुदेव
Vasudev,
जी
and he
कृष्ण
applied.
को लेकर
And Vasudev ji
कंस के
picked
कारागार
Krishna,
मथुरा से गोकुल चले
and
गए।
from the prison house of Mathura,
रात भर
he
वसुदेव
went
जी
to
कृष्ण को
Gokul.
लेकर चले।
And throughout the night,
मथुरा से
Vasudev
गोकुल आए,
ji
कृष्ण कहाँ सोए होंगे?
brought
तो
Krishna to
जन्माष्टमी
Gokul.
की रात
How
को
could
कृष्ण नहीं
Krishna
सोए और
sleep in
सुबह
such
होते ही
situation?
नंद
And
जी
in the
आए
early
तो
morning,
आनंद भयो बेचारे कृष्ण
they
भगवान
started
नहीं सोए।
celebrating the birth of Krishna in
सो हम
Nandaji's
वैष्णवों
home.
के लिए चार रात्रि
So he couldn't rest.
जागरण
So
के
for
जागने
us,
के लिए कही गई
it's
है।
appropriate to
उनमें
be
पहली है
awake on 4 nights.
जन्माष्टमी,
The first and foremost is Janmashtami,
दूसरी है दिवाली।
and the second
दीपावली
is the night of
दीपावली के
Deepavali.
दिन भगवान श्री कृष्ण नहीं सोए।
So on this night as well, Lord Shri
कारण
Krishna didn't sleep. The reason
माता यशोदा ने
being,
कृष्ण को उखल से बांध दिया था।
the reason was that he
जब
was
बंधा
tied
हुआ
by Mother
आदमी कैसे
Yashoda
सो पाएगा? जो
to
बंधन में होता है वो कैसे सो सकता
the
है?
churning pot. And
सो
when a person is
दीपावली के दिन
shackled or
कृष्ण नहीं
entangled,
सोते।
how could one sleep? So on the night of Deepavali as
तत्पश्चात
well, Krishna doesn't sleep.
प्रबोधिनी एकादशी के दिन कृष्ण नहीं सोते हैं।
Then and there is a third one where Krishna doesn't
प्रबोधिनी
sleep. That is
एकादशी के दिन
Prabodhini
कृष्ण नहीं
Ekadashi,
सोते
the 11th
क्योंकि
day
इस
of
दिन
the calendar.
भगवान श्री
And
कृष्ण
why?
का विवाह हुआ है।
Because this day he got married.
ब्रह्म वैवर्त के अनुसार
According to Brahma Vaivarta Puran,
ब्रह्मा जी के
in
द्वारा
Bandir 1,
राधा और कृष्ण का विवाह हुआ
Brahma ji
और अन्य
married
ब्रह्म
Krishna
पुराणादि
and
के
Srimati
अनुसार
Radharani. And according to other
भगवान श्री
scriptures,
कृष्ण का तुलसी देवी के साथ
Lord Shri
6
Krishna
शालिग्राम विवाह।
got married with
शालिग्राम कौन सी
Tulsi ji or
शालिग्राम
Vrinda
है?
Devi as Tulsi
एकादशी के दिन, प्रबोधिनी
Shaligram
एकादशी के दिन। और
day.
चौथी रात्रि है शरद
So
पूर्णिमा।
Shaligram and Vrinda Devi got
भारत
married on
वालों के
this
लिए,
day.
अमेरिका हमारे लिए
And
तो कल है, लेकिन भारत वालों के लिए आज हो
for
चुकी, सुबह हो चुकी है। तो शरद पूर्णिमा
India,
की रात्रि
Sharad
जो
Purnima
है
has started. For
वैष्णवों
us,
के
it's
लिए
tomorrow in US.
जगने के लिए कही गई है।
And it is said that we should be
क्योंकि
awake on
शरद
this
पूर्णिमा
night,
की रात को भगवान
because on
नहीं
this
सोते।
night, Lord didn't
और
slept.
ये रात को भगवान तो क्या,
And
देवी
on this
देवता,
night, not
ग्रह
only the
नक्षत्र
Lord or
भी
the Supreme
सब
Personality
कहते
of
हैं कि
Godhead,
ये रात्रि
but
ब्रह्म रात्रि बन
even
गई।
the
ब्रह्मा जी,
demigods
ब्रह्मा
and
जी के एक दिन
moon
के
also
समान
didn't slept, and it became
कल्प युग पर्यंत लंबी रात्रि हो
a
गई। और कृष्ण
huge
शरद
night
पूर्णिमा के दिन रास भोग
equivalent
रहे
to
हैं,
the night
महारास
of Devas, and
सो कुल मिलाकर
they performed
हम
Maharas.
वैष्णवों के लिए
So,
चार
in
रात्रि
essence, for us
जागने
Vaishnavas,
के लिए कही गई हैं।
4 rites are
और
appropriate
आश्चर्य
to
की
be
बात
awake.
कि इन
And
चार रात्रियों को वैष्णवों को जगना
it is
चाहिए।
amazing
इन
that
चार में
on
से
these 4
तीन
nights
रात्रि तो कार्तिक महीने में ही आ जाती है।
we should be
तो
awake,
विचार
and
करो
out of these
कार्तिक मास
3 are
कितना महत्वपूर्ण है,
happen to be in
है ना?
Kartik. So imagine how auspicious this month
सो
is.
तीन रात्रि, शरद पूर्णिमा की रात्रि, दीपावली की रात्रि और प्रभु दिन एकादशी की रात्रि, तीन कार्तिक महीने में है जो जगने के लिए कही गई है। वैसे रात को जब वैसे यूजुअली नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि
So
जब
usually we should not chant in night because it is considered that the most auspicious time to chant is the early wee hours of the morning. But these 4 nights are that we can chant on the nights, and actually we should chant. And the more we chant on these nights, the annualized devotional service towards the Lord will manifest in our hearts. The time is very important, and to be awake at midnight and to chant is also glorious. And we all are tied with the time. We cannot live a moment without the watch. And this watch gives us a great instruction. So, what do we call the handles of the time?
हिंदी में कांटो का इंग्लिश में पता नहीं, लेकिन इसको हम कांटा कहते हैं, ठीक है?
In Hindi it is called kata.
जो समय में जो घड़ी में बंधा है उसको कांटा लगेगा।
And whoever is tied with time, he will be bitten by time itself.
और हम हमारे गुजराती में तो सीधे मत पूछे કેટલા વાગ્યા,
And in Gujarati they ask, what is the time?
आपको कितना लगा, है ना? एक नॉर्मल शब्द है कि भाई કેટલા વાગ્યા, मतलब તમને આम કેટલું વાગ્યું, आपको मतलब
So how much you got hurt, because Vagyo is all, it also means hurt in Gujarati.
लेकिन मैं जो आज घड़ी के ऊपर
But
एक प्रवचन करेंगे,
so we will
लेकिन आज मैं आपको
do talk about time one day. But today I want to say that this watch has
घंटे का कांटा, मिनट का कांटा और सेकंड का कांटा।
3 handles.
कांटा जो है ना वो साधक, हम सब भक्त हैं। मिनट
So the minutes are, the seconds are the devotee, and
भगवान श्री कृष्ण है।
the minute denotes our spiritual master, and the hour denotes Lord Shri Krishna.
मतलब सेकंड वाला कांटा 60
So
कदम आगे बढ़ाता है, तब मिनट वाला कांटा 1
when the
कदम आगे
second
बढ़ता है।
moves
इसका
for
अर्थ क्या होता है?
60
मेरा
seconds,
ये प्रवचन
then
सुनने के बाद जब
it
घड़ी
will.
देखते हो ये याद आना चाहिए।
So whenever you see the watch, you should remember what I said today. So when the second one moves 60 times, then it is equivalent to 1 minute hour. That means that if a devotee moves 60 times, then the spiritual master will make 1 step. But when the spiritual master takes 60 steps, then Lord Shri Krishna will take one step. So we should always remember. Sometimes we think that we perform so much devotional service, we chant so much, and we do so much preaching, but our spiritual master doesn't do anything. He doesn't need to do that because you are the you represent the the needle of second, while the spiritual master is equivalent to the needle of the minute. So we should not judge the spiritual master. Although I don't want to delve into the detail because we are discussing about the night. So let me just talk about the same and proceed further. So if a devotee walks 60 steps, then the spiritual master takes one step. And when the spiritual master takes one step, the Lord takes one step further. But the devotee performs austerity, and then at 12 o'clock at midnight, the second, the minute, and hour all meet at the same point. That means the devotee, the spiritual master, and the Lord are at the same point.
में आ जाते हैं। शरद पूर्णिमा की रात्रि दीपावली
So on this night, on these nights, 12 o'clock, the devotee, the spiritual master, and the Lord become one. And the benefit of performing devotional service on this night, it manifests or strengthens our unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord. So today is the auspicious day of Ashwin Purnima. So some people from the Ekadashi have started the Kartik month, and somebody will start from tomorrow. But today is Sharad Purnima, and it has multiple names. First, we need to understand the same. So it is called Sharad Purnima. First, and it is also called Sharad Puno. It is also called Maharas Puno because on this day Maharas was performed. It is also called Kojagri Purnima because on this day, whole night, Lakshmi Ji, the goddess of fortune, roams throughout the world, and she asks one question: who is awake? Because who is awake today will always be blessed with the goddess by the goddess of fortune. That is why it is called Kojagri Purnima. So till now we have discussed the four names, and the fifth, it is called Ras Purnima. It is also called as Ashwini because on today's day the moon is in the position of Ashwini, this nakshatra. It is also called Kumar Purnima. In Odisha, near Jagannath Puri, it is considered that tonight Kumar Kartik manifested on this day, and so it is also called Kumar Purnima. So today's day has or night has so many names.
युग पर्यंत भगवान अजित,
and on today's night, the churning of the milk ocean was performed by demons and demigods on behest of Lord Vishnu. And so many gems manifested, and the elixir also manifested, and Vishnu took the form of Mohini ji, and he served all the elixir or nectar to all the demigods. And as elixir is complete in itself, so the Isha Upanishad's principle that if you take out something out from the Lord, but still it remains the same. So the elixir was still left, and now there was a question that the elixir that is left, what should we do with it? So all these organizations, during the time of festivals, it's not problematic to organize some festivals, but after that festivals are over, then the committee members start fighting that what will we do with the leftover money. So all the demigods had elixir, but now whatever nectar was left, what are we supposed to do? The demigods were intelligent, and they decided that we should give this nectar to the moon. He will keep it with him, and we will take it from him whenever we need it. So it was concluded that this nectar should be given to the moon, and that is why moon is also called Sudhakar. That means who has elixir or nectar in his hands. And till today he has this nectar that manifested on by churning the milk ocean. And once in this year, the moon has all the 16 forms. Usually he has 15 forms. In Purnima day, it has 15 kalas, but on this day, that is Sharad Purnima, he has not 15 but 16 effulgence or kala, and that 16th kala or effulgence is that of the nectar. And out of these 15 effulgence, he shines with his own effulgence. But on today's night, he distributes the effulgence of the nectar itself. And for US and Canada, it is tomorrow. And so for India, it's already morning. So the nectar is going to manifest according to Brahma Puran. It is said or believed that the effulgence of the nectar that manifests from the moon on this night on the earth, this helps in manifesting the medicines on this earth. So just imagine the effulgence of the moon gives medicinal value or potency, and it is received by the moon. So on normal days, if the medicines or herbs get all these potencies, so imagine when on the night of Sharad Purnima, when the moon has all the 16 effulgences, then how much powerful or potent it will be. And it shines brightly. For us, the important thing is that the moon is the witness of the Ras Leela, and for us, for devotees, it is the most important of all the festivities. So when in Vrindavan, Krishna was arranging for this Maharaj, so moon was standing there, and he was so overwhelmed with emotion that he started distributing his coolness and nectar. And on the night of this Maharaj, he distributed all the elixir and nectar on earth. And in other words, it is said that a person who celebrates in Maharaj, or who keeps awake and performs austerity or devotional service towards the Lord, then he get special mercy of the moon. And according to the scientists as well, it has been proved that on this night, the moon is nearest to the earth on this night. It comes very near to earth. And according to the scriptures, on this day, if you arrange any vow, or then it becomes extremely successful. In 1 month, the moon travels into 27 nakshatras. And the first and foremost nakshatra is Sharadiya Purnima, that is Ashwin nakshatra. So this is the first nakshatra where the moon travels, and gradually he travels in all the 27 nakshatras. So in this Sharad Purnima, it provides us disease-free life. And for devotees like us, it gives the devotional service towards the Lord. The moon is considered the presiding deity of the heart, and in Asian scriptures, he is also called the master or deity of, or god or demigod of medicine. So all the Ayurvedic practitioners wait throughout the year to wait for Sharad Purnima, and on this night they keep all their medicines and herbs below the effulgence of the moon. They grasp everything from the moon, and by that herb, a patient becomes disease-free because it gets the potency of the nectar. Sharad Purnima comes on this month, so almost the rainy season is about to be over, and the winters are starting. So during this time, to take a bath is considered very auspicious. So after Sharad Purnima, taking a bath is also considered auspicious. So it is very useful tip for the householders like us, that during the churning of the milk ocean, Goddess of Fortune manifested today. Where she manifested during the churning of the milk ocean as the daughter of the sea. And therefore, it is the manifestation day of Goddess of Fortune. And that is why she sits on her vehicle and she takes Lord Vishnu with her, and the whole night she circumambulates the earth. Today, I want to see who all are awake tonight. And when she sees that tonight, whoever is awake and is chanting the holy names of the Lord, then they are specially blessed by the Goddess of Fortune. And the person who sleeps, he loses it all.
खो देगा, लेकिन जो जागेगा वो पा जाएगा। कई बार भक्तों के मन में प्रश्न होता है, मुझे भी ईमेल आते
Sometimes
हैं
there
कि
is a
शरद
question,
पूर्णिमा के
even
दिन
I
क्या
get a
करें।
few emails that what
अब
are we
मुझे
supposed to do
पर्सनल
on
आंसर
Sharad
देने
Purnima?
का तो आजकल कोई स्कोप नहीं रहा, भगवान करे आगे चल के समय मिले, लेकिन मैं
So
कथाओं में
I
ही बता
don't get
देता हूँ।
much scope
शरद पूर्णिमा
to
के
tell
दिन करने
individually,
लायक
but
कार्य है।
I tell it during
हम
the
लोग
katha
खाने पीने
that
के कोई भी उत्सव खा पी कर ही मनाया जाता है।
we all
तो
celebrate
शरद
all our
पूर्णिमा के
festivities
दिन
with food.
खीर खाने की
So
बड़ी महिमा है।
it is considered very
आप
auspicious to
बहुत सुंदर
eat
खीर बनाइए
milk
और वो
pudding
खीर शरद
on this
पूर्णिमा
kheer.
की रात्रि को अपने छत पर अपने प्रांगण
So
में
we
रख
should
दीजिए,
keep
ताकि
the
रात्रि को
rice
चंद्रमा की
pudding
किरण उस खीर में आए, और
in
फिर दूसरे दिन सुबह
on the
खाली पेट
terrace and
कुछ
get
नहीं
the
खाना है,
nectar of
खाली
the
पेट
moon,
उस खीर का
and
भोजन कीजिए।
empty stomach we should
ऐसा लिखा
eat
है
that
शास्त्रों में, पुराणों
rice
में,
pudding, and
कि
it's
वो
mentioned in
खीर
the Vedic
चंद्रमा के अमृत से भर
scriptures
जाती है
that
और वो
this
अमृत ही हो जाती
rice
है।
pudding is
उसका
considered as nectar,
उसे ग्रहण करने से
and
आदमी
who
निरोग हो
eats
जाता है,
that he becomes
यानी साल
disease
भर
free.
आपको कोई बीमारी नहीं होगी, आपका
So
शरीर
at least
स्वस्थ
throughout
रहेगा।
the year
तो
you
हमने तो
will
प्लान
be
बना लिया
healthy.
है, आप लोग भी
So
कर
we have
लीजिए,
already
समय
planned.
है आपके
You
पास
should
समय
also
है।
do it. You all have time.
कहते हैं इस रात को ये कोई
It is
शास्त्र में
said
नहीं
that,
लिखा, ये देसी नुस्खा है, लेकिन इसमें कोई
so it's not
जादू नहीं
mentioned in
है।
the scriptures, but
हमारे
it is
गांव में जो
in the
माताएं होती
villages,
हैं,
it is
शरद
believed
पूर्णिमा की रात को सुई में धागा पिरोती हैं।
that the
माताजी
mothers
ने
on this
चमकाए
night
मोतीड़ा परोवी लो पान भाई।
put
तो इस रात को सुई
neat
में धागा
thread
पिरोने
in
से
the
नेत्र
needle,
ज्योति बढ़ती है। सुई में
and it
धागा
is
पिरोने
said
का
that
फायदा है, रात को जागरण हो जाता है, चंद्रमा की
the
चांदनी
eyes
मिलती है,
get better
नेत्र ज्योति
vision.
बढ़ती है।
And it is said that because
इस रात को
on this
शिव
night,
बाबा
if
का
you're
दर्शन
awake,
करके आंख को
you will
पटपटाने
get the
से
nectar.
नेत्र
And
भेद
if
बढ़ता
you
है।
wink your eyes on this night,
इस रात
your
को चंद्रमा शरद
vision
पूर्णिमा की
will be
रात्रि को
strengthened.
हरि
And
नाम
on
जप
this
करने से, भगवान का ध्यान करने से, भगवान का
night, if
कीर्तन
you
करने
chant
से,
the holy names of
भगवत
the
कथा
Lord or
सुनने से
perform
कोटि
Sankirtan
कोटि
or
गुना
listen to the,
आध्यात्मिक फल प्राप्त होता है।
you will get millions of times of
शास्त्र में लिखा है
benefit of
इस
spiritual
शरद
life.
पूर्णिमा की रात को हजारों
And it is also mentioned that leaving
चंद्रमा के
thousands of
पास,
folks,
चंद्रमा के नीचे जाना चाहिए,
we should
चंद्रमा का
sit
दर्शन
under the
करना
moon.
चाहिए।
We should see the moon.
इवन आप खड़े खड़े नहीं, अब ये तो गांव वाले
And
कर सकते हैं, आप गांव की छत में जाकर आप सो भी जाते हो तो बेहतर
on
है।
the terrace, if you
इस
go
दिन
and
आपको
sleep,
पूरे
that
में
also is
सोना
considered
चाहिए,
auspicious.
चंद्रमा
We
को
should
देखते
sleep
हुए
under
रात भर
the
चंद्रमा की
moon.
चांदनी में सोने की भी बड़ी महिमा है।
And it is also considered very auspicious to do the
और ये
same.
सब करने से मानसिक और शारीरिक आरोग्यता बढ़ती है।
And by doing this,
इस दिन करने
the
लायक
body
कार्य,
becomes
लक्ष्मी
disease
जी की
free.
पूजा, सुबह
So
उठकर
Lakshmi
लक्ष्मी जी
ji
की पूजा
should be
और
prayed.
शाम को भजन कीर्तन। सो कुल मिलाकर आज शरद पूर्णिमा है,
So today is Sharad
शारदीय
Purnima,
पूर्णिमा, और साथ ही साथ आज कृष्ण का महारास हुआ था,
and
इसकी थोड़ी सी
tonight
झलक हम लोग
it
ने
was the
कीर्तन में
Maharas
साथ ही साथ
by
आज
Lord Shri Krishna
लक्ष्मी
was
जी की
performed,
पूजा,
and Goddess of
और
Fortune
एक
also is
आज का
venerated
दिन
today.
महिमा, आज वाल्मीकि ऋषि की जयंती है, आज वाल्मीकि जयंती है।
And today is also the
रामायण की
appearance
रचना
day
की,
of Valmiki
और ऐसे
ji,
भगवान
who
रामचंद्र जी
wrote
जो लीला करे उसके पहले उन्होंने सारा पूरा
Ramayana.
किया। ऐसे वाल्मीकि ऋषि की जयंती है, साथ
So
ही
thus
साथ आज
Valmiki
मीराबाई
ji
जयंती है।
manifested
मेरे
today.
गोकुल के
Similarly,
गोपाल,
even Mirabai has her appearance day today.
ऐसी लागी लगन, मीराबाई ने श्रद्धांजलि आपू, ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, लागी लागी रे लगन, लागी लागी रे लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा हो गई मगन, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी, महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली, मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी, ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा हो गई मगन। शरद पूर्णिमा, महारास लीला, लक्ष्मी पूजा, वाल्मीकि जयंती, मीराबाई जयंती और साथ ही साथ आज
along with it,
श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु के
Sri
पार्षद
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associate Murari Gupta's disappearance day is also today. And we should remember the same as well, who is the incarnation of Lord Hanuman. And we have heard about his pastimes during the Navdip Mandal Parikrama Katha. So let's proceed toward the Bhagvatam Katha. But before that, the Kartik Mass has started. So we will not sing Radha Madhav, but we will do Damodar Ashtakam and Kirtan, and we will start the Bhagavatam Katha. So this will be the process. So whoever wants to stand and dance, they can do it, and they can. People can see.
जय नवला किशोर, जय गोपी चित चोर प्रभु, जय जय माखन चोर, जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, श्री कार्तिक मास की। उपस्थित
Krishna, I
भगवत कथा अनुराग
welcome all the ecstatic devotees of the Lord, all the devotees and the senior devotees of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness Iskcon, who have beautifully decorated this assembly. I also welcome all the listeners and attendees who have joined through the medium of Facebook, YouTube, etc. I welcome all the listeners, and with the beautiful ecstatic emotion and feelings on this pious month of Kartik, the organizer of this Bhagavatam Katha, the residents of Australia, Melbourne, the whole Dev family, and we should remember their ancestors, Sri Mahadev Ji, Srimati Suraj Kaur ji, and Michael Harish Chandra ji. So we should remember these ancestors and welcome Savitri Mataji and Nalini Dev Mataji, Nitesh ji, Subhash ji, Simran Ratan Akash Dev and Marnav Dev and our Girdhari ji. I remember Sri Radha Girdhari was named by me, and I got this opportunity, and the whole year has passed. Nalini Mataji, last year she organized another Bhagavatam Katha, and one more time in restaurant there are repeat customers. That means that they like the food there. So Nalini
रसिक
mother
भक्त हैं।
and their whole family are devotees of the Lord.
आइए कथा के इस प्रथम दिवस में आप सभी
So,
भक्तों का
I welcome
हार्दिक
you all
स्वागत
on the
एवं
first day of this Bhagavatam
आप
Katha,
सभी भक्तों के
and
चरणों में
please
विनम्र
accept
प्रणाम।
our humble obeisances at your lotus feet.
राधे श्याम।
Radhe Shyam.
So, इस कथा का विषय खास
So the
करके
topic
अमित
of
नारायण प्रभु
this
ने चॉइस
Katha
किया है
was chosen by Amit Narayan Prabhuji in
और इतनी
specific,
बड़ी जर्नी उन्होंने करा दी है।
and he has planned
मानो
such a
किसी आदमी के
great
पीछे दौड़
journey,
लगा दो और कहना है कि इतने दिनों में इतना आपको दौड़ना है।
as if he's
और
put a
उन्होंने बहुत
ticking
सुंदर
bomb
डिजाइन
on
भी
my
किया,
back, and
बहुत
I
सुंदर
have
उन्होंने
to run. So he
उनको
has
डेट
designed
के
it
साथ
beautifully
फिक्स कर दिया है
with
कि
date.
अक्टूबर
He has fixed.
2022 9 तारीख माने भागवत
So on
के
the
पहले
9th,
दिन
the first day of the Katha,
बहुत सुंदर सब्जेक्ट रखा।
very
एसेंस
beautiful
ऑफ
subject has been
दामोदर
chosen.
मास।
The essence of
सो
Damodar
दामोदर, ये दामोदर महीना है,
month.
सुनेंगे आगे।
It is called
स्पेशली
Damodar
ये
month,
कार्तिक महीना
and we are going to
भगवान
listen
दामोदर का
about it.
महीना है
And it is
और
considered
दामोदर
as
होने का एसेंस
the month
क्या
of
है।
Damodar.
तो उन्होंने बहुत सुंदर
And what
डी,
is the essence of this
दामोदर
month?
में जो फर्स्ट डी है
So the D
उससे दिवाली और दामोदर लीला
stands for
माने
Diwali and Damodar Leela.
दीपावली की कथा और दामोदर लीला।
So we are going to
फिर
listen
दामोदर
to
का
the
जो स्पेल
pastimes
है
of
उसमें दूसरा ए,
Deepavali and Damodar
तो ए
Leela.
में अपीयरेंस ऑफ राधा कुंड एंड श्याम कुंड,
And A
और
signifies
हम सुनेंगे
the
श्याम
appearance
कुंड
of
राधा
Radha
कुंड
Kund and
राधा
Shyam
कुंड
Kund that we're going
जो
to
आपके
listen
इस महीने
tomorrow,
में हुआ था। और अम्बरीश महाराज
as it
एकादशी
happened
व्रत इसी दामोदर कार्तिक महीने में रखे।
today. And
फिर
Amrish
E with
Maharaj
M
fasted.
से
And with M,
मुक्ति ऑफ नल कुबेर एंड मणिग्रीव इसी
Mukti
महीने में
of
भगवान
Nal Kuber and
दामोदर ने
Manigriv
नल कुबेर
in the
मणिग्रीव
month
का
of
उद्धार किया था।
Damodar
और
month.
M for मैरिज
And it
ऑफ
also
तुलसी एंड
denotes marriage
शालिग्राम
of
जो इसी
Tulsi
दामोदर
and
महीने में हुआ
Shaligram.
था।
It also happened on
दामोदर
in
फिर
this
ओ,
month.
ओ
Then
से
O,
है ऑफरिंग वर्शिप टू गिरिराज गोवर्धन इसी
and
दामोदर
12th,
मास में
it
ये
stands
हुआ।
for
तो हम एक
offering
दिन ये
to
कथा सुनेंगे।
Girigoraj
और
Govardhan.
फिर डी से है His
And
Divine
with D,
Grace,
His Divine Grace,
A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada।
A.C.
तो
Bhaktivedanta
इस
Swami
महीने
Srila
में
Prabhupada's
दामोदर
disappearance
श्री
day,
प्रभुपाद जी का जो दामोदर महीने की पंचमी में होता है।
which happened on the 5th day of
और
Damodar month.
डिलीवरेंस ऑफ गजेंद्र
And then deliverance of
इसी
Gajendra
दामोदर महीने में हुआ था।
also happened in this Damodar
और
month.
फिर दामोदर में लास्ट है आर
And the last is R,
आर रासलीला एंड गोपी
is
गीत।
Ras Leela
इसी
and
दामोदर
Gopi Gita,
महीने में रासलीला और गोपी गीत हुआ।
because it also happened
तो
on
नलिनी माता
in
ने
this month.
सब्जेक्ट चॉइस किया है, ठीक है ना। आप
So these topics have been discussed. Are you
ये
ready?
हमारे घर की बात है, आपको तो हम बदल भी सकते हैं, लेकिन बहुत अच्छा चॉइस किया है।
But
इससे
it
पूरे
is
दामोदर
beautifully
महीने की
arranged,
महिमा
and we will be able to
कि
listen
इस महीने में किस प्रकार से
about the
भगवत साधन को आगे बढ़ाएं।
glories of Damodar
तो
month, and
जैसे मैंने पहले
we'll
ही
get to
कहा
know
कि
how
दौड़ना
we
है, अब हमें दौड़ना है,
celebrate.
ठीक है।
So
तो
we
आज
have to
प्रथम
run.
दिन हम
So the first
क्या है,
day,
प्रथम दिन दिवाली और
it's
दामोदर
about
लीला।
Deepavali and Damodar
तो
Leela.
एसेंस ऑफ दीपावली, एसेंस ऑफ दामोदर लीला आज हम श्रवण करेंगे।
So that's what we are going to
सबसे
listen
पहले
today.
दीपावली के विषय में मैं
So
10
first of
वस्तुएं
all,
आपको बताऊंगा।
I want to tell
नंबर
you
1
10 things
है
about
कुछ
Deepavali,
मुख्य बातें हैं।
the major
केवल हाथ
points.
में दिया लेकर दिया जोत जलाकर हो गई दिवाली, ऐसा नहीं
So
है।
by just burning a lamp
दीपावली की
doesn't
अपनी बड़ी
mean
महिमा
or
है।
signify Deepavali. Deepavali,
दीपावली
it's
के
very
दिन
glorious and magnificent.
लक्ष्मी पूजा
On
होती है।
this day, goddess
बचपन
of
काल
fortune,
में
Lakshmi
बचपन में
ji,
आपने
is
सुना
venerated. And the
कि
reason is,
शरद
as you have
पूर्णिमा के
heard,
दिन लक्ष्मी जी
on
का
the
जन्म
day
हुआ,
of
राइट।
Sharad Purnima,
अभी आपने सुना
she manifested or
शरद आज के
appeared,
दिन, शरद
as you
पूर्णिमा के
heard,
दिन समुद्र मंथन से लक्ष्मी जी का प्राकट्य हुआ।
by the churning
श्रीमद्
of
भागवत
the
के अष्टम
ocean
स्कंद
of
के
milk.
6ठे 7वें 8वें 9वें
So
अध्याय
on the
में
8th
समुद्र मंथन
canto,
का
6th,
वर्णन
7th,
है।
and 8th
और उस समुद्र मंथन के
churning
प्रसंग
of the
में
milk ocean
लक्ष्मी
is
जी का
mentioned,
प्राकट्य 8वें रत्न के रूप में हुआ।
and she is
श्रीमद्
considered at
भागवत
the
8वां स्कंद
8th
8वां
gem
अध्याय 8वां
of
श्लोक और 8वां
Lakshmi ji.
श्री लक्ष्मी जी
So in the 8th canto, 8th chapter and 8th verse, the 8th gem, that is goddess of fortune manifested. So the first one was poison, which was taken by Shivji, then Kamdhenu Gai, which was given to demigods. The fourth was Airavat, was given to the demigod. And then Kaustubhani, which Lord Vishnu took. Then Parijat tree, which was about to be given to demons, but it was given to demigods, as demons intercepted it. And then there was a beautiful celestial being, which also went to the demigods. And the 8th one was goddess of fortune, Lakshmi ji. And it is mentioned in the verse, Shukdevji describes the demigods were genuine and they were very serious. But demigods wanted that we should get, I will keep it, we will keep it. So they had all this desire, greed, and lust. But demigods were not doing the same. But when Lakshmi ji manifested, then not only the demons, but even demigods, that everybody had this desire to get her. And why will not people desire her? No matter what, everybody needs Lakshmi or goddess of fortune. Whoever sits in Vyaspit and say that we are going to go empty-handed. If there is no Lakshmi, then will you be able to sit and organize this Bhagvatam Katha? So to organize a Katha also, we need the goddess of fortune. So how are we going to do the preaching? So Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, when he was creating these beautiful temples and preaching for Krishna consciousness, so he used to take the wealth and use it for the preaching. Some of his disciples said that we take the goddess of fortune and we use it in preaching. But we have seen a few sages and saints who don't even touch the goddess of fortune. Srila Prabhupada said, I am not sure about them. If the opulence and wealth is there, I will pick it with both my hands and I can get it photographed, because I know that the fortune or the wealth that I'm accumulating or taking, I will be using in the service of the husband of goddess of fortune, that is Lord Vishnu. Like Hanumanji, I will take the Lakshmi or goddess of fortune and give it back to the Lord. As Hanumanji give Lakshmi ji or Sita ji to Lord Ram. So everybody had this desire to get Lakshmi ji or goddess of fortune, and she thought that I cannot go to everyone, so we should arrange for a marriage where she can choose her husband. So everybody gathered and she took the garland in her hand, and Lakshmi ji is checking each and every individual, and she's thinking in her mind, some people have austerity, but they don't have control on their desire. Some have control in their desire, but they have no control on anger. Some have longevity, but they are not good looking. So Lakshmi ji checked everyone, and then she thought that there is no one except one who is qualified for me. but he has no interest towards me. He's not even looking at me. And who is he? He's Lord Vishnu. And then she took the garland and she picked Vishnu ji as her husband, and they got married as Lakshmi Narayan. On the day of Sharad Purnima, she manifested on the 15th day, that is on the day of Diwali. Lakshmi and Narayan got married on this day. And when they got married, and the marriage was to be performed at night. The marriage was to be performed in the night, and there was no light and generator, and there was no moonlight, because it was the night of waning. And to arrange their marriage, all the demigods lit the lamps, and in this light of the lamps, she and Lakshmi Narayan got married. And she said that a person who puts light or lamps on this night, they will always have the mercy of Lakshmi Narayan. That is why we lit lamps on the day of Deepavali.
माटी रंगावो आज मेरे पिया घर आवेंगे खबर सुनाऊं खुशी ये बताऊं आज मेरे पिया घर आवेंगे। हेरी सखी मंगल गावोरी धरती अंबर सजावोरी उतरेगी आज मेरे पिया की सवारी। हेरी कोई काजल लावोरी मोहे काला टीका लगावोरी उनकी छवि से दिखूं मैं तो प्यारी। लक्ष्मी जीवारो नजर उतारो आज मेरे पिया घर आएंगे। तो लक्ष्मी जी दीपावली के दिन घर पर आगमन होता है, लक्ष्मी पूजा होती है।
So, she is venerated on Deepavali. So, this is the first glory of Deepavali. Similarly, there are 10 glories, and we are discussing even 10-15 days before, so that you can remember on the day of Deepavali. So according to the Puranas of Vedic scriptures, Lakshmi Narayan got married on this day and they are venerated. And the second is that Bali Maharaj surrendered all his kingdom to Vamandev. You might say that this all happened on the Vaman Dwadashi. So it was 1.5 month or 1 month before. So on the day of Vaman Dwadashi, it was committed that whatever I have is yours. But the legal formality, just by saying that this home is yours, but then you have that registration, stamp duty, etc. So it took almost 1 month for the same. So on Vaman Dwadashi, he took the vow, and the registration was done on the day of Diwali.
So बलि महाराज के द्वारा भगवान वामन को पूर्ण रूप से वह संपत्ति प्राप्त हुई. ये दूसरी महिमा है.
So the wealth was given by to Vaman Maharaj by Bali Maharaj on this day. And the third
श्रीमद् भागवत जी में कथा है द्वापर
magnificence is that in Shrimad Bhagavatam, in Dwapar Yuga, there were a demon whose name was Narkasur, and he has kidnapped or abducted and imprisoned the daughters of the kings who were 16,100 in number, and he had this desire that he will consummate with all of them. So all these 16,000 girls were imprisoned, and what are we supposed to do? And when nobody supported them, then these 16,000 women or princesses, they sent the letter to Lord Shri Krishna. He was already married to 8. So he already had 8 wives. But he got this letter. He got this letter of 16,000 women, and he realized that these are all stuck. He came to Narkasur and he killed him, and he released all these 16,000 women, and they said that you can go to your own home. Now this Narkasur is no more. He is dead and you are independent. Then these princesses bowed and cried at the lotus feet of the Lord and requested, we have been abducted, and in the society, if some girl is not at her home during the night, then nobody accepts her, nobody marries her. And we have been away from our home for so many nights, away from our home. So now who is going to marry us or accept us? And Krishna, a person who doesn't have anything to rely upon, he has Supreme Personality of Godhead to rely on. So please accept us, O Krishna. Please marry us. Lord Shri Krishna is capable, and he who takes care of millions of universes, it is not a big feat for him. He is filled with all opulence, and to bless these women, sometimes people ask that why he got married to so many women. So that is the reason. So these 16,100 women would have been homeless. Nobody was agreeing to marry them. So Lord Shri Krishna accepted them because of his ultimate mercy, and he put forward the point that a person who has no one has Krishna, and if everybody leaves you, and you are bereft of this society, then you should not be concerned or anxious, because Lord Shri Krishna is there and he accepts everyone. And if Krishna accepts us, then we don't need anyone. And if he is not ours, and then even if you have everything, then it not might be that much beneficial. So on the day of Deepavali, Lord Shri Krishna, he married all these 16,000 women. And this Narkasur was killed on the 14th day of the lunar. That is why it is called Narka Chaturdashi, because on the day of Chaturdashi, this demon Narkasur was killed. And on the day of Deepavali, Lord Shri Krishna married all these princesses. So we have enumerated 3 so far. So the fourth is because of the torture and unrighteousness of Duryodhana and with so much cheating, he tried to cheat the Pandavas, and then they arranged for a gambling match, and by cheating they sent Pandavas to the exile for 12 years, and for the 13th year to live a life of anonymity. And they came back to Indraprasth after finishing their exile. Their arrival at Indraprasth and to celebrate this was also on the day of Deepavali. So on this day, their exile ended and they came back to Indraprastha and they celebrated this day on this day. So the fifth is in there was one king, Vikramaditya, who was venerated on this day of Deepavali. Many people listen from her and who follow Jainism. But according to the Jain religion, the 24th Acharya is Mahavir Swami, and he appeared on this day of Deepavali. It is mentioned in the Jain scriptures. And the 7th glory is amazing. Our country has Sikh religion or community, and to protect the society, these Sikhs have not even cared about their own life. And it is said that during the Mughal invasion, and they used to torture and they devastated our scriptures and culture a lot. And at that time, all those kings used to fight with the Mughals and defeat them. And these Sikhs tried hard, and 52 times they protected or released all the kings. And the 10th Guru of Sikhs is Guru Gobind Singh, who used to say that I will make these birds fight with an eagle. And with one soldier, 1.25 million people will fight, and he made it possible. Each soldier used to fight with 1.25 million soldiers. So such Sikh community on the day of Deepavali in 1577 in Amritsar, the Golden Temple was established on this day. We are not bound by divisions So the 8th glorious is especially for Bengal. The Kali Devi is venerated, and she is the form of Durga Mata, which we heard in the last Bhagavatam Katha. So she is the incarnation of goddess, and she is called Shyama Kali as well. When there were so many demons, then Durga Mata became angry and she took the form of Kali Mata and she killed all these demons. And Shivji said that some should be saved. And to control Kali Devi, what was she supposed to do? She became uncontrolled and she was killing the demons mercilessly. And there was no one to control. So Shivji planned something. And what did he do? Where she was fighting, he went there and slept on the ground or lied on the ground. And as she was fighting, her feet touched her husband's head. And because of this, her tongue came out. So I have seen some people, they do that. If they have some, they fall, then their tongue come out. So Kali Mata's tongue is outside her mouth. It's because she was shocked by seeing her husband at her feet, and she stopped, and the war ended, and she became peaceful. So on the 8th day of Deepavali, Kali Mata is venerated. So the biggest glory of Deepavali is after 14 years of exile, Lord Sri Ramchandra, all the inhabitants of Ayodhya were extremely distressed and they used to cry. And it is said that for 14 years, the denizens of Ayodhya kept on crying and they didn't even lit the lamps for 14 years. They said that our sun is no more here. So what is the use of putting the lamp? Nobody lit their homes with the lamp, and they were all in distress. And after 14 years of exile, when Ramchandra came back to Ayodhya, the residents of Ayodhya were extremely happy. And it is mentioned by Tulsidas ji.
Kajimi paras pava janmarang kajimi paras pava andhi lochana labha suhava andhi lochana labha suhava जन्म रंक जिमी पारस पावा अंधहि लोचन लाभ सुहावा। जन्म से कोई गरीब है।
So if someone is poor from their infancy, so the distress of being poor, we cannot understand. We are very fortunate that the Lord has given so much happiness to us. But you listen to the tales of poverty. and it is the greatest distress in this material world. So if someone is poor from childhood, who hasn't eaten well or not worn good clothes, and such a poor person, if he gets the touchstone, so the touchstone which if touched with iron can turn into the stone. So if a poor person, poverty-stricken person gets the touchstone, the bliss that he gets, and the second example is if someone is blind from birth and hasn't seen the world and just heard about how this world is, and he has this desire to see this world, but he is blind. So such blind person, if he gets eyes, and the happiness that he enjoys is the same happiness when the residents of Ayodhya saw Lord Sri Ram. So after 14 years of exile, seeing Lord Sri Ram, the residents of Ayodhya felt such pleasure. And for 14 years, they haven't lit the lamps in their home. But now that he is back, without any distress, when they saw him after 14 years, they haven't lit the lamps. So you can imagine for one day, one lamp might be lit. So we have 365 lamps for 365 days into 14. So how much lamps would it be? So, so you will have a good math. So that is why you are doing business. So it will come around 1500 and 2000 lamps. So for each home, the quota was for 1500 and 2000 lamps. So each person put 1,000 lamps in their home on arrival of Lord Sri Ram. So just imagine how much lamps would have been lit in Ayodhya. And that is why it is called Deepavali. This is the root of Deepavali, the celebration of homecoming of Lord Sri Ram. So far we have heard the essence, 9 glories of Deepavali. So let's listen to the 10th glory of Deepavali. On this day, although there are so many pastimes of the Lord in Kartik, but there is one which also happened in Kartik, that is Damodar Leela. And it happened on the day of Deepavali.
Ananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Biyolukha Ladavamanam Yashoda Biyolukha Ladavamanam Paramrishtamatyan Tato Drutya Gopya. So Deepavali ke din
on the day of Deepavali, this beautiful pastime happened. And as you have seen that on 9th October, we are to discuss about Deepavali and Damodar Leela. So let's listen to the pastimes of Damodar Leela. So Damodar Leela is endless and nobody can complete or nobody can listen it completely. In Bhagvatam, the pastime which has been spoken the most, that is Damodar Leela. So there are so many pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna, but the Acharyas have spoken at large is Damodar Leela. And in Vaishnav tradition and for devotees, Damodar Leela is very special. Why? Because in this pastime, the devotee ties the Lord. So by the Govind TV's hard work, we can see and we feel blissful. So Krishna is running. We are trying to catch him by chanting the holy names, by taking initiation, by performing Ekadashi, or by performing Mangla Aarti, as Yashoda Mata is running behind to catch him. So for Vaishnavas, it is very important because the Lord who cannot be tied got tied on in this pastime. So in less time to speak about this pastime is difficult. We can speak for months on this pastime. And you all are aware of the pastime that he broke the pot and Yashoda Maiya ran behind Krishna. So I am going to speak on this after the 7th day. We are going to Vrindavan, and 1,000 devotees from all the parts of the world. Madhusudan Prabhu, like 60-70 people are coming from US and from all parts of the world. 1,000 devotees will gather and we all will
उखल बंधन उस स्थान पर जाएंगे और उस स्थान पर बैठकर ये पाठ मांडेंगे. ये पूरी दामोदर लीला जो है ना, मैं वहां से सुनाऊंगा और वहां से जूम होगा. इस बार गोविंद टीवी बहुत एक्टिव है. 1 महीने पहले से उनकी तैयारी है. सारे स्थान पर जाकर नेटवर्क ये वो सब कुछ चेकिंग हो रहा है. और इस बार आपको बहुत अच्छे से घर बैठकर हमारे साथ यात्रा होगी. और वृंदावन जहां पर कृष्ण को जिस स्पॉट पर बांधा गया था 5000 वर्ष पहले, उसी स्थान पर बैठकर हम सब साथ में मिलकर इस कथा का आस्वादन करेंगे. लेकिन आज मैं दामोदर लीला के कुछ रहस्य बताना चाहता हूं. बड़ी सीक्रेट बात. सबसे पहली सीक्रेट बात, दामोदर लीला के अनेक श्लोकों में से 3 श्लोक पर चर्चा करूंगा. सबसे पहली सीक्रेट बात, भगवान श्री कृष्ण यशोदा के बंधन में बंध गए. ओके? क्यों? कृष्ण को तो कोई बांध नहीं सकता, और कृष्ण तो दौड़ रहे थे, वो तो बंधना चाहते भी नहीं थे. अब जब कृष्ण बंधना नहीं चाहते हैं, फिर भी बलात्, जोर जबरदस्ती यशोदा ने कृष्ण को बांध दिया. इसका कारण सुखदेव जी कहते हैं, परीक्षित 1 नहीं 2 नहीं 3 नहीं, इसके 4 कारण है ना. कुछ नई बात, दामोदर लीला ही है, लेकिन प्रेजेंटेशन जो है ना कुछ अलग है. इसमें भी आपको रस आएगा, कुछ समझने में आपको आनंद आएगा. और ऐसे हजारों तरीके से यह लीला सुनी जा सकती है, सुनाई जा सकती है. आप कभी उबेंगे नहीं इसे सुनते हुए. और मैं जहां तक है उतना ख्याल रखता हूं कि पिछली बार ये लीला मैंने कैसे सुनाई थी, उसके पहले कैसे सुनाई थी, तो इस बार थोड़ा चेंज होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप लोग को चेंज की आदत पड़ गई है, तो फिर ये भी याद रखना पड़ता है। एक जॉब मेरा ये भी होता है कि पिछले साल कौन सा पाठ मांडा था, किस टाइप का पाठ था। खैर, तो दामोदर लीला से आप सब परिचित हैं, दामोदर लीला आप सब जानते हैं, लेकिन उसकी जो एक महत्वपूर्ण बात यह है कि भगवान का यशोदा के बंधन में आने के कारण क्या है। मां यशोदा के बंधन में आने के 4 कारण, और ये चारों कारण एक श्लोक में बताए गए हैं, आप नीचे देख सकते हैं। श्रीमद् भागवत 10वें स्कंद 9वें अध्याय और 18वें नंबर का श्लोक। स्वमातु स्विन्नगात्राया विस्त्रस्त कबरस्त्रजः स्वमातु स्विन्नगात्राया विस्त्रस्त कबरस्त्रजः दृष्ट्वा परिश्रमं कृष्ण दृष्ट्वा परिश्रमं कृष्ण कृपया सित्स्वबन्धने कृपया सित्स्वबन्धने। यशोदा के बंधन में बंधने के 4 कारण सुखदेव जी इस श्लोक में बताते हैं। मुझे कोई रात को 2 बजे उठाकर जगा कर कहे कि भाई भागवत बोलते हो, भागवत में 18,000 श्लोक हैं, उन 18,000 श्लोकों का सार क्या है, मैं यही श्लोक बोलूंगा। ये जो आपके सामने है, ये भागवत से सीखने लायक, करने लायक जो है, ये है पूरे भागवत का सारभूत श्लोक, जबरदस्त श्लोक। क्योंकि हमारी ये दौड़ क्यों अध्यात्म जगत में, हमारी मेहनत, हमारी दौड़ क्यों है, कृष्ण को प्राप्त करने के लिए ना। हमारी मेहनत अध्यात्म में क्यों है, ईश्वर को प्राप्त करना चाहते हैं। और इस श्लोक में ईश्वर प्राप्त हो चुका है। और कैसे हो चुका है, बलात् बांध दिया है ईश्वर को। एक भक्त ने भगवान को बांध दिया है। तो ये वेद शास्त्र, ये भक्ति राज्य का जो परिश्रम है ईश्वर को प्राप्त करने का, उसके 4 कारण यहां पर बताए। क्या करेंगे तो कृष्ण बंधन में आएंगे। ओके, तो समझ में आ गया श्लोक का परिचय। तो यशोदा के बंधन में कृष्ण क्यों आए, या हमारे आपके बंधन में कृष्ण क्यों आएंगे, इसके 4 रीजन सुखदेव जी ने परीक्षित को बताए। सबसे पहला कारण श्लोक का प्रथम शब्द, स्वमातु स्विन्नगात्राया। स्वमातु हो, पहला कृष्ण यशोदा के बंधन में आ गए, क्योंकि कृष्ण ने ऐसे पीछे, अभी तो दौड़ रहे हैं ना, आप देखो मेरे पीछे, कृष्ण ऐसे पीछे देखकर दौड़ रहे हैं ना, तो कृष्ण ने ऐसे पीछे से देखा कि मुझे पकड़ने को कौन आ रहा है, पकड़ने को कौन आ रहा है, फलानी ऑफिस का बॉस, चल हटा, तेरे बंधन में नहीं आऊंगा। फलाने का पति, निकल यहां से, हवा आने दे। फलानी संस्था का प्रेसिडेंट, प्राइम मिनिस्टर, हट यहां से, उपाधियों वालों को तो मैं मिलता ही नहीं हूं। मैं ये, मैं वो, मैं करोड़पति, मैं अरबपति, मैं खरबपति, मैं यहां का मालिक, मैं यहां का ईश्वर नहीं। कृष्ण ने पीछे देखा कि मुझे पकड़ने कौन आ रहा है, मेरे पीछे दौड़ कौन रहा है। जब पीछे देखा तो क्या मिला, स्वमातु। अरे मेरी मां मुझे पकड़ने आ रही है। स्व माने मेरी, मातु माने मां। बोले मां पकड़ रही है, तब तो मुझे बंधन में जाना पड़ेगा। मां है इसलिए, बाकी दुनिया की कोना बापनी हाड़ी बार कृष्ण ने पकड़ी सके। किसके बाप की ताकत नहीं है कृष्ण की ओर आंख उठा के भी देख सके। कौन बंधन कृष्ण को बांध सकता है? लेकिन पीछे देखा, स्व मातु, तो मेरी मां है। तो कृष्ण यशोदा के बंधन में आए, इसका पहला है कि नई स्टाइल। आप बताइए, अमित नारायण प्रभु तुम्हें क्यों? अमित नारायण प्रभु ने 1000 बार दामोदर लीला मेरे मुख से सुनी होगी। मधुसूदन प्रभु ने तो बहुत बार, अनेकों बार, कई बार सुनी होगी। लेकिन एक प्रेजेंटेशन, एक प्रस्तुतिकरण आप देखिए भागवत में। आप जैसे वो गन्ने का होता है ना, गन्ना कहीं से भी खाओ, मधुर 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 होता है। तो पहला कारण स्वमातु। अब आप देखो कि इससे हमें सीख क्या मिलती है। एक शब्द कितना बड़ा मैसेज दे रहा है कि कृष्ण हमारे बंधन में आएंगे यदि यशोदा की तरह हम स्वमातु, उनकी मां बनेंगे। कृष्ण की मां बनने का अर्थ है कृष्ण से संबंध जोड़ेंगे। जब तक भगवान के साथ संबंध नहीं जोड़ा जाएगा, भगवान की प्राप्ति हो ही नहीं सकती, इम्पॉसिबल। बिना संबंध जोड़े भगवान कभी नहीं मिलेंगे। और उसमें भी मां, मेरी माता आ रही है, तुरंत कृष्ण हाथ में आ गए। कृष्ण की भक्ति करनी चाहिए, लेकिन भक्ति संबंध जोड़कर करनी चाहिए, जैसे मां यशोदा ने की थी। मेरा फेवरेट भजन, यमुना जल मां केसर घोड़ी, अने स्नान कराऊं श्यामला, हलके हाथे अंगो चोली, लाड लडाऊं श्यामला। मां यशोदा कृष्ण को एक बच्चे की तरह खिलाती हैं, पिलाती हैं, शाम को सुलाती हैं, सुबह जगाती हैं, यमुना में स्नान कराती हैं। कृष्ण दूध पीना नहीं चाहते, जबरदस्ती पिलाती है, कभी जरूरत पड़े तो डांट भी देती है। मां इस प्रकार से जो कृष्ण को लाड लड़ाता है ना, जो भगवान को लाड लड़ाता है, भगवान उसके बंधन में आते हैं। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, उससे तो भगवान किलोमीटर दूर रहते। भागो यहां से, तुझे सुख संपत्ति चाहिए, ये उठा सुख संपत्ति, भाग तू, मुझे दूर रख। कष्ट मिटे तन का, तेरा कष्ट मिट जाएगा, ले मुझे छोड़ दे। लेकिन हाँ, कृष्ण से संबंध जोड़ेंगे, माता का संबंध, सखा का संबंध, दास का संबंध, माधुर्य, प्रिया प्रियतम वाला संबंध, कृष्ण बंधन में आ जाएंगे। समझे हुए को क्या समझाना, आप तो सब कुछ समझे हुए हैं। स्व मातु से इतना समझिए, भगवान से संबंध जोड़ना चाहिए, तब वो हमारे बंधन में आएंगे। ओके, अब आगे बढ़ें। कृष्ण मां यशोदा के बंधन में आए, दूसरा कारण। पहला कारण तो आप समझ गए कि संबंध, यहां पर माता वाला संबंध है। फिर आप माता, सखा, पिता, गुरु, आप कोई भी संबंध जोड़ सकते हैं, लेकिन संबंध होना चाहिए। ओके, दूसरा कारण, स्वमातु स्विन्न गात्राया, विस्त्रस्त्र कबरस्त्रजः। दूसरा कारण क्या है? कृष्ण ने क्या देखा? विस्त्रस्त्र कबरस्त्वज और स्विन्न गात्राया, ये पूरा एक चीज है। स्विन्न गात्र माने पसीना, भगवत गीता में ये श्लोक है, अर्जुन का गात्र छूट गया, पसीना छूट गया। तो गात्र माने पसीना, स्विन्न गात्र माने यशोदा पसीने से लथपथ हो गई, एक। दूसरा विस्त्रस्त, विस्त्रस्त माने उसका जूड़ा खुल गया, ये बाल आप देख भी सकते, बाल का जूड़ा जो था वो खुल गया। और कबरस्त्रज, और यशोदा के बालों में जो मालती के फूल थे वो फूल भी गिर गए। तो स्विन्न गात्रा या विस्त्रस्त्र कबरस्त्रज, इसका अर्थ होता है कि कृष्ण को पकड़ने के लिए यशोदा ने अपने शरीर का ध्यान नहीं रखा, अपने शरीर की ओर नहीं देखा कि मेरा बाल कैसा है, मेरा मेकअप कैसा है, मेरी साड़ी कैसी है, मेरे बाल में फूल है कि नहीं, पसीना क्या है। हम तो थोड़ा सा अनकंफर्ट महसूस करते हैं ना, यात्रा भी छोड़ देते हैं, कथा भी छोड़ देते हैं, भक्ति भी छोड़ देते हैं। अब ये यशोदा रानी कितनी अनकंफर्टेबल होगी कि इतना पसीना छूट रहा है, बाल बिखर चुके हैं, सारा मेकअप गिर चुका है, कितना अनकंफर्टेबल होगा। लेकिन यशोदा मैया ने अपने शरीर की ओर, अपने शरीर की सुख सुविधा की ओर नहीं देखा। याद रखिए, जो आदमी जब तक अपने शरीर की सुख सुविधा देखेगा उसे भगवान कभी नहीं मिलेंगे, कभी नहीं मिलेंगे। ईश्वर के मिलने का दूसरा कारण क्लियर यहां पर है कि ईश्वर के पीछे इतना लग जाओ, माने भजन भक्ति में इतने लग जाओ कि देह और गेह का ध्यान न रहे। जब ऐसी स्थिति आएगी तब भगवान कृष्ण हमारे वश में हो जाएंगे। दो चीज आप सब समझे हुए हो, समझदार को इशारा काफी है। मैं तो श्लोक के साथ आपको दिखा रहा हूं। एक स्वमातु, दूसरा स्विन्न गात्राया कबरस्त्रज। ओके, तीसरा पॉइंट, स्वमातु स्विन्न गात्राया विस्त्रस्त्र कबरस्त्रज, और दृष्ट्वा परिश्रमं कृष्ण, दृष्ट्वा परिश्रमं कृष्ण। और तीसरा पॉइंट यहां पर है, कृष्ण दृष्ट्वा, कृष्ण ने देखा। अब ये दृष्ट्वा शब्द सबके साथ लगेगा। संस्कृत तो कोई किसी का प्रश्न आया था मेरे माइंड में, पता नहीं किसी ने, कि ये शास्त्रों को संस्कृत में क्यों लिखा गया। इसलिए लिखा गया, इस संस्कृत श्लोक की महिमा देखो। अब ये दृष्ट्वा शब्द है ना, सबके साथ लगा दो, आपको और आनंद आएगा। कृष्ण यशोदा के बंधन में क्यों आए, तो स्वमातु दृष्ट्वा, कृष्ण ने अपनी मां को देखा। और फिर दूसरा, स्विन्न गात्राया विस्त्रस्त्र कबरस्त्रज दृष्ट्वा, पसीने से लथपथ, बाल बिखरे हुए और देह गेह का भान भूले हुए दृष्ट्वा देखा। और तीसरा, कृष्णम दृष्ट्वा, कृष्ण ने देखा क्या, परिश्रमम, परिश्रमम दृष्ट्वा। ये पीछे, अब देखो कन्हैया जा रहा है ना, ये पीछे पीछे यही देख रहा है। भक्तों के पास भगवान यही देखेंगे कि मेरे साथ संबंध जोड़ा है कि नहीं, अपने शरीर की फैसिलिटी में ही लगा है कि और कुछ भी कर रहा है कि नहीं, दूसरा। और तीसरा क्या देखेंगे, परिश्रमम दृष्ट्वा, भगवान अपने भक्त का परिश्रम देखते हैं, परिश्रम, मेहनत देखते हैं। और हम साधक कर भी क्या सकते हैं, हम लोग मेहनत ही तो कर सकते हैं, और क्या कर सकते हैं। भगवान भक्तों की मेहनत करते हैं। परिश्रम का अर्थ होता है, इसमें दो शब्द है, परि और श्रम। श्रम माने तो आप जानते हैं मेहनत, है ना। और परि का अर्थ होता है परितः। परितः माने सर्वतः, सर्वतः माने कंप्लीटली। तो कंप्लीटली सर्वतः श्रमः माने हार्ड वर्किंग, महा मेहनत, महाश्रम। कृष्ण को प्राप्त करने के लिए श्रम ही नहीं, परिश्रम करना पड़ेगा, बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी। कुछ लोग कहते हैं ना, मन चंगा तो कथोटी में गंगा। यदि मन चंगा होगा तो घर बैठे भगवान मिल जाएंगे। ऐसे घर बैठे मिल जाएंगे? घर बैठे कुछ नहीं मिलता, भगवान छोड़ो, ये थोड़ी बहुत धन संपत्ति भी कमाने के लिए घर से निकलना पड़ता है, गधे और बैल की तरह मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। जब संसार के साधारण धन को प्राप्त करने के लिए इतनी मेहनत करते हैं, तो उस धन का भी धन, परम धन कृष्ण को प्राप्त करने के लिए सोचिए कितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी। और इसलिए चैतन्य महाप्रभु सनातन गोस्वामी से कहते हैं, प्रभु कहे सनातन कृष्णेर रतन धन। प्रभु कहे सनातन कृष्णेर रतन धन। अनेक जतन मिलाय, अनेक जतन मिलाय। प्रभु कहे सनातन कृष्णेर रतन धन।
Lord tells that by after so many trials and hard work, we can attain the Lord. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami. So attain the Lord, we have to work hard. And you have to understand one thing. When he saw the hard work of the Krishna, of Yashoda Mai, so some people, he don't see the counting. Some people have to work. So if the people are surrounded by demons like Vibhishan, then it's tough for them to chant for the chanting of the holy name. But the Lord doesn't see that whether a person who chants 60 names or whether 64. So don't, the Lord sees the hard work, not the counting, that how much effort we put. So to some extent counting is good, but when it is about the unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord, then we have to work very, very hard. As you are our own. I don't do it on daily basis because I feel that I'm very great or I'm very knowledgeable. No. That's not the reason. It's just because of your love and my hard work. We don't want to show the Lord that we're intelligent, but it's just our hard work that we will work, we will study and we'll speak. We know that we have no knowledge and no intelligence, but it's just our hard work. And Lord Shri Krishna sees our hard work and effort. How, when so we should work hard for the Lord. That is what the Lord sees in us. So far we have discussed three things that Lord saw. And the fourth is Kripaya. Asit Swabandhane. And the fourth is the mercy. Krishna was tied by Yashomadti Mata by the mercy of the Lord. So no matter how much hard work you do, you cannot claim that Lord Shri Krishna has to come and meet you or give you an audience. He is independent. He is not in any bondage. And he is not bounded by rules and regulations. Although it is his nature that he will come. Yet he comes and he gives himself. he becomes the charioteer of Arjuna, and it is because it is his quality and opulence. But we cannot claim that we have done so much, so you have to come. He is not indebted to us. We have to work hard and serve and perform our unalloyed devotional service towards the Lord. And when the Lord sees that we are working very hard, and when he sees that he is trying, so he manifests his mercy on us from his heart. And when we have his mercy, then we need not work that hard. So there is a difference between our trial and the Lord's mercy. After seeing these things, Lord himself got tied. So the last word here, swabandhane. Nobody can tie him, but he got bounded himself. We cannot say that we can tie, but he himself got tied by his own mercy. So there is a difference between mercy and hard work. So Vishwanath Chakravarti says that Krishna, so have you seen a monkey with their child? A child of a monkey is always on the back of the monkey. And the child has to hold his parent. The parent doesn't hold the child. The monkey jumps, but the child himself works hard to hold the parent. And if he leaves, then he will be dead. That is the parishram or hard work. And the mercy is like the child of a cat. The cat, have you seen how cat carries her child? She grabs her child from her mouth to kill or eat the rat. The teeth are different, but to protect her kids are different. The same mouth, when she holds her child, she holds it with so much love and care. So the son of monkey works hard, but the kitten has the mercy. So this is the difference between hard work and mercy of the Lord. So we have to work hard and do devotional service and get the mercy of the Lord. So in this manner, today, the first day, the Shrimad Bhagavatam, I don't want to take too much time because it's 11 o'clock in US, but today we heard about Sharad Purnima's glories, and along with it, the glories of Deepavali. So Shyamanand Prabhuji is also here. So is it that if it happens in Australia, then only he will visit? He is our well-wisher. And when we do preaching in Sydney, Melbourne, etc., Yaman Prabhu and Advi Mataji, they organize great fest. So we saw him after many days. So there are two things that I want to discuss in Damodar Leela, which are long, which cannot be discussed today. So after doing or performing this Damodar Leela, what does Lord wants to portray? Why was this pastime performed? So what does you want to portray by doing it? So by doing this, what does Krishna wants to portray to us? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Saradarshini beautifully has described. So he has told 10 things. So great demigods all are dance on the tunes of Lord Shri Krishna, and with just by movement of his eyes, who creates these with so many material universes, that Krishna is tied by Yashoda Maya. So his small potency Maya in the sixth canto, Yamraji says that about her, that such small potency, that is external potency of the Lord Maya, and has tied all the living entities of the material universe, and all these 14 universes, etc., are all fixed because Krishna has tied them all. So the whole Brahman is tied by him. So how such Lord, by getting tied up, what does he wants to show or portray? That Tulsidas ji has said,
जिस कृष्ण ने
so the Krishna who has tied everyone by his external potency Maya, but same Krishna is tied by the love of Yashomati, and he could not let go or forgo. And what does Krishna wants to portray by this pastime? But we will discuss this tomorrow. So, but you also think and contemplate about the same. That what does Krishna wants to portray? It is a beautiful pastime with so much essence. And the Damodar month is going on. So we will listen to the glories of Kartik, and according to the schedule, we will listen to the same as well. So in these 7 days, we will listen a lot. And I will share the glories of Yashomati Maya tomorrow, which brought tears in the eyes of Parikshit Maharaj. So we worship Yashoda Maya and Lord Shri Krishna this month, and we offer the lamb to them. So that Yashoda Maya also has glories. So we will discuss these points tomorrow. You all have been listening with so much love and affection. So we are really grateful to all of you. I really want to thank Nalini Dev Mataji and their whole family, Shri Savitri Devi, Nitesh ji, and Shubhashan Devji, Simran Ratanji, Akash Devji, Manav Devji. We are really thankful to whole family that by your organizing this event, we have been able to take the benefit of this Kartik month and Sharad Purnima. So let's conclude the session with Jai Jaikar, the first day of this Bhagavatam Katha.
भागवतम महापुराण की